Good evening, everyone. Well, it's 2 a.m. here, and I've been up for the last 4 hours trying to do this. Most of you turn off my videos in the first minute, and if you do, you are going to regret it, I believe. This is possibly the biggest thing I think that is available out there, and you can run it at home, and you're going to love it. Okay, sorry. So, PrivateGPT. Why is this amazing? Well, for me, it's because you can choose between different models. Now, I've just been uploading a file, or two files. One of them is the analytical chemistry solutions, basic concepts of nature, and I can just upload another file, and it's going to start processing. Now, what's happening is that it's turning the PDF documents into an embedding. The embedding will then be the large language model is capable of interpreting those embeddings to get answers from it. So, why I made this video, or why I'm making this video, and I honestly do think that this is the biggest thing that you're ever going to see, and you're going to be able to expand upon it yourself and do a lot more. Now, why I'm doing this? You ever go to ChatGPT or some other program and goes, I cannot answer this, I am an AI model, and I am not allowed to talk about this or whatever. Something that Elon Musk, for example, probably hates. And one of the reasons why I think he's making Grok, so, which is the X version or Twitter version of language models. Anywho, I personally hate that. I'm a hypochondriac, and I need to know when I've got an itch that it's not a particular disease. And just, I like to know. I'm an adult, I can figure stuff out for myself, and I think that anybody that can actually set this up can do the same thing. Now, of course I could be wrong, but I hate being told, hey, you should go see a doctor for every bloody thing that there is. Now, that's me. But I'm also got an interest in chemistry. I've also got an interest in biology, history. I haven't got an interest in farming, but obviously it's important. And there's a bunch of documents in here regarding farming, chemistry, biology, and I'm going to give you an upload link to it as well. Now, I think this kind of explains everything already, or what I said, but I'm going to go further into why I think this is the most important thing that you're going to see. You have control. You have control with PrivateGPT. You can run this all locally and not be hindered by some large corporate entity. You can keep it all secure. You can do your own research. And when the next large language model comes out, you can upgrade and get a better one that's made by the community. And in the future, you theoretically could have multiple private GPTs all communicating with each other, researching things for you based on the data that they have themselves stored. Now, once this is done, I will ask it a question on one of the documents to see what it gives me. This is my first time checking it, but the future of pretty much anything and everything is in here. So what I've done with this document is, or folder, is I've filled it up with the most interesting articles on as many subjects as I could possibly find, and anatomy, principles of genetics, industrial ecology, Mendelian genetics. Now, I honestly don't understand most of this. That's why I'm doing it. But as I was going through it, I was going, oh, well, there's engineering, there's mathematics, there's chemistry, there's physics, there's history, there's everything. Now, of course, large language models already have been kind of trained on this, but they've also been trained not to give their full opinion on things, and you want to dive into it and get more information out of it. I must have chosen a large file for it to be processing and creating the embeddings. But I created this over the last couple of hours, and it's a 1.5 gigabyte folder worth of the, like fantastic amount of detailed information, as well as basics, and combined with the large language model that is there and the embeddings that we're creating right now, or I'm creating right now, you should get everything that and more than you expected. So I went with natural stuff, so chemistry, biology, zoology, aquatics, and a bunch more other stuff like that, from introduction levels up to higher levels. And this is only a small subset. Imagine having a terabyte hard drive worth of the greatest information regarding bacteria or inorganic chemistry or physical chemistry. I really don't know the difference, but imagine what you can do with this capability. So I guess I have to run it, but I have to wait for that to finish. So forgive me while I wait for that to finish. Now I'm gonna save you all a bunch of time, especially anybody that's into farming or anything else got to do with growing crops or whatever. This has pretty much everything that I could find on infobooks.org and a few other places. That's free online, publicly available information that, again, large language models are probably trained on. So I wonder if it actually can work while we do this. I can't remember what the other videos were, but okay, so a little bit of why I'm making this and how you go about doing it. So I'm using this thing called Anaconda, which you can use freely online, and you can see that it's gone through creating the embeddings. Is it done? Yes, done. It says 79%, and you can see the stuff that we've created so far. So ecology, the authors and everything are there. So we should be able to retrieve documents that that have this information also. If not now, definitely in the future. Okay, so you use Anaconda, and I have another file here with how you can set it up. You're going to be going to this iMartinez PrivateGPT gig clone, go into the PrivateGPT folder, installing Python through Anaconda, or through creating a conda environment, pip install pipx. This is if you're running on a PC, and you're going to have to restart your miniconda, go back in to your actual PrivateGPT environment, install the poetry a lock update. This is the latest of the Mistral Bs that I wanted to use, so I'm currently actually using the 2.0, whereas I want to be using 2.2, but I wanted to check if the files worked, and I've been working on this for a few hours. So this will probably be giving me better results. This has had 3 different upgrades in like a month, and it's doing equivalent to what, say, ChatGPT was doing 3 months ago. So pip install force reinstall cache push. You need this, and then you need this line here to run it locally. Okay, and then you just go to that link. If you follow that, you're sorted. After that, it's about taking your files, and clicking upload file, and then done. Again, sorry, I chose a very large file just automatically. Wasn't thinking. Even if it does break down, it breaks down. Happens. Oh, there we go. We're going through. So it might have been like trying to figure out an image or something else and turning that into an embedding. This is the latest kind of tech out there. You follow this, there's basically nobody else that's going to be ahead of you in a lot of different departments. This is the stuff ChatGPT or OpenAI has released recently, but you get to do it locally. They're hoping they're going to dominate the market, and that means that they're going to control the flow of information, whether they say they are or not. They just kind of will, because of liabilities and stuff like that. Um, I don't blame them at all. I think they're doing a fantastic job, and all power to them. But it's great that all of us people out here, we get to have our own versions of it, and we're not being hindered from using it. So hopefully that'll be done in 1 second. I'm running on a 3080 Ti. I was running on a 3090 or a 4090, and that's just like consumer grade graphics cards. This would be much faster, and I get better answers, and I could use larger models to do my large language modeling with. So if you could theoretically run this on a RUM pod, but that kind of defeats the purpose in my mind of it being a private GPT. You want this on your own PC. So that is downloaded now. Sorry, I'll just wrong one. And that one. And just go into here and go. Let me tell me about cell molecular biology. Yeah. I have no idea actually how it's going to respond, but I do know that this is something that is going to be better than what I would know, and it's basically read that entire book and should have a better answer than what I would ever have. So are two interrelated fields of study there. There you go. So if you put in your animal diversity information or ask anything else, it should tell you. So I really hope that you can give this a go. I really honestly think it's the biggest thing out there. And yeah, CRISPR-9, this is the stuff that I want. Not that I'm going to be doing any genetic modifications of anything anytime soon, but if I ever get a job and get some money, maybe, at least I'll have a good assistant. Tell me how I can do stuff with CRISPR-Cas. This is the kind of stuff that Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, all those guys are looking at to genetically modify things and theoretically live forever. And they'll probably be using AI to do a lot of the research to figure that stuff out. And okay, caveats. The models themselves, especially the weaker ones, are not as good as ChatGPT. But even ChatGPT is better than what it was 6 months ago. And this is a technology that's going to keep on growing and will be better. Using laboratory settings and research, while it is not recommended to attempt CRISPR-9 Cas at home, there are some resources available online to provide information on how to perform basic experiments with technology. So yeah, if I have a whole library worth of information about how everything from the basic genetics up to whatever, then theoretically this tool here could carry that out for me. It's a scary world, but it's an interesting one, and one that should not just belong to giant corporates. And as much as I probably shouldn't have brought this one up, somebody's going to think about it. So yeah, okay, well, I hope that you find the link interesting for the downloads, and I'll have that text on this as well available for you to get it all set up locally. Okay, so thank you very much, and hopefully that wasn't a waste of 4 hours.